match this great defense in leading Coach Corrigan to having a successful season. He really likes his team and the way they're playing. Big matchup today at the faceoff X. Kyle Gallagher, Jacob Fopp. Fopp had a huge game last weekend against Virginia after going through a stretch where he was struggling, and he wins possession for Syracuse right off the bat.
He struggled mightily against Notre Dame in the first matchup. That's a big win there to gain some momentum early on in this matchup.
Syracuse with the successful clear. Talk about that win last week at Virginia. It was a Syracuse team that, offensively, and that you mentioned that North Carolina game, it's really all they had. That's a guy who can fill it up. Owen Hiltz, the freshman, puts the Cuse on the board.
Field for Syracuse. He's going to roll. Hiltz does the two-man game, steps off, and let's just listen. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, that goal sounded as
3 seconds to shoot. Rafis will look to dodge. Gets a step on Keelty. That shot ends up in the cross of a teammate. Dordovic. He fires and scores.
And right here, Syracuse offense is clicking. You know, they're moving the ball sharp. And just look at that hard plant near side. I mean, that's so much skill involved in that shot to be able to get it near side high past Entman.
Now over to David Lipko. He transferred from Syracuse, so that's interesting. Number 66. Graduate transfer Kavanaugh. The inside scores. That got through a lot of traffic, including Will York.
Right. They're going to set a pick on the ball, and Syracuse doesn't communicate appropriately, and then the cross crease pass. That's just, it's otherworldly. You know, I love his game. Of all the, he is that fiery, he's that good an on-ball type dodger, but I think it's his feeding that maybe even separates him from his brother, and ultimately to me will have him at the all-time leading scorer at Notre Dame when this is all done.
Meyer, now the slide comes. York is there, shovels it home.
On the season, he is an off-ball player, and just look how quick and effortless this release is, low to low. Netting the goal for.
Now Weston, a little two-man game behind the cage. Kavanaugh. There was that lefty from Dobson. Didn't get a lot on it, though. It was well defended. Kavanaugh, another beautiful goal. And a few words for the Orange afterward.
Individually athletic enough to win the matchup right here, right? Again, that two-man game starts. Watch the stick fake, takes it to the crease, stays out of the perimeter, goes to the far post, sticks draped all over him. It's just, you know, shame on me for not knowing enough about Pat Kavanaugh coming in this year. I mean, Kyle Thornton takes it over the midfield line as Syracuse gets one off the turnover. That's a big goal, but Thornton didn't get help from his attackman. They couldn't get open. He couldn't get them the ball. Syracuse extended out, created the turnover, then created transition, and nets this game at 3.
That's Siebold, his 11th.
Siebold showing his off-ball prowess right here. Again, just a breakdown in communication. Rafis gives it to Siebold, who goes low to low near cross slides. They move the ball quick. They find the open player. Right here again, perfect example.
Swim dodge by Jackaboys. Border went down to get it. Quick outlet pass. Kennedy finds a trailer. This will be a shot and a goal! We talked about that rope unit.
You had to get Brett Kennedy pushing in transition, and right here, look at his awareness. He is going to see that Dearth is coming. He slows down to increase his angle, and then Dearth, one of the best D-middies in the country, who started his career as an offensive player, he can do that to you, right? He can push it in transition.
Leonard wins the draw. He'll shoot, and he'll score!
The two-headed monster at the face-off X for Notre Dame. Pops it forward. And just patient, right? Syracuse is going to be slow to slide because you want the face-off player shooting. You don't want to leave the attackmen who are more...
Back to Gray. Gets a step and scores!
Right there, he gets his hands free. Right now we're going to see a great angle, right? It's going to be these extra steps that he takes, and you're going to see it as he gets closer and closer. The goal is going to open up. He's going to have more target to aim for, and right here you're going to see it, right? I mean, keep coming, the whole cage opens up. Nothing Porter can do.
Which is Big East onside again for some of these games. Hiltz! Ensign was there as Hiltz had a point-blank shot. Now look at him ride. And that pipes its way in. Tommy McNamara, speaking of putt.
Makes the save, and then Notre Dame is off and racing. And right here, McNamara, the D-midi, keeps it going. And look, again, here you're going to see the squaring up of the hips. The ball goes at the point where your hips are facing. You can see, just picture.
Brief man up for Notre Dame, killed off by Syracuse. Irish still have possession. Boy, they are rallying off the pipes. And when Eric Dobson fires it, that's going to put a dent
from Florida, right? Kind of under or overlooked in the recruiting, and I don't know how. If you were to show up at any type of camp or any game and watch him play, the range with that shot, he is going to be a difference maker.
Here's Rafus up top. Skip pass from Bowling. He scores! He had almost no angle, but he beat Ensign.
You know, they are known for their on-ball but also off-ball defense, and right here, about 15 passes later, Trimboli finally is able to penetrate and break through. Notre Dame not in a position to slide. SEC, right? Each of these teams could field 2 top 20 teams that are that talented. I mean, you can see here, anyone can score. 11 different goal scorers on every goal is just crazy talent.
Well, you have the face-off men scoring, you got D-midi scoring. Kavanaugh. That's brilliant!
Excuse me, Notre Dame's second goal off of the face-off in this game. Right here, it's the little things. Kavanaugh intercepts it, gets his hands free, steps, plants far post. I love the fire. I mean, he's got this team going, and it's
now at full strength. Comes upfield. Nice pass on the doorstep, and McCann puts it home.
Shooting through the box. So they had that man-up advantage for a few extra seconds here. And just a nice skip pass across. You're putting your goalie in a very tough position.
Kavanaugh, the slide comes to him quickly. It's Murphy. Dobson gets a little closer to the cage. And there is Kavanaugh again, just picking up the loose change. He's so...
And what's he rewarded with? Pat Kavanaugh. Hockey-esque goal right here. You're going to see it, right? The shot, the rebound. He doesn't even keep, I mean, he just, watch this. I mean, this is, just talk about skill. Bats it in the back of the cage. And again, you know, I get why you do it. You change things up, but Notre Dame is so crisp offensively, and those are the types of teams that make you pay when you're playing zone defense. There it is. You can't in a zone. All great things happen when you're behind the cage, and again, it's just a perfectly timed cut from York, and you know you're going to get the accurate pass from Kavanaugh, like right on the stick.
The rope unit really banged up. A lot of short stick D-middies out. We're seeing a lot of Spencer Small, Max Rosa. As Notre Dame gets the loose ball. Westland, the extra pass. And a goal by Kavanaugh.
Wins the 50-50 ground ball off the face-off and then pushes in transition. And okay, we'll get it to Pat Kavanaugh, who can step down with range. Look at the pass. I mean, just it's those little things. The fact that Pat Kavanaugh didn't have to move his stick on that skip pass.
Wyckoff comes out to meet him. Westland buries it, just like you drew it up in the timeout. Run the clock down and score.
The half, and then it's just a simple carry and follow. Syracuse slow to cover. Westland just going high and hard to the near post.
Goal is second of the game. Number 3, Griffin Westland. The assist to number 55.
8 seconds for the Orange. Dearth. He'll shoot and score. Maybe that'll give Syracuse a little.
This is a Syracuse team that can make runs. They were down big against Duke early in the year to come back and lose by 1. Peter Dearth gets his second of the day, but right now the only chink in the armor, it's just not going to cut it any other way.
Skip pass. Jackaboys increases that Notre Dame lead.
It all starts with drawing a slide. Now Syracuse is rotating, and Notre Dame, with their skill, is going to make you pay every single time. Again, Porter left out to dry against Jackaboys, who's a left-handed shooter, only threw 2 screens. They let that get away. They should have won that game. And then you're playing UNC 2 days later. That's tough, but then a week's rest, and look at this. I mean, this is... I haven't seen a team on both ends of the field as complete. And so just watching them play again, they're making it look really easy. That's just a simple give and go, and you get it to Kavanaugh behind the cage. His eyes are up, his passing's immaculate, and
gets some PT today. McCann gets loose, shoots, hits that top corner, low to high.
Third today with the hat trick. A little dipsy-do underneath, gets it back to his right hand, creates angle. Nothing for Porter to do there other than turn and rake. Low to high, pings the up.
Cavs got Wyckoff behind the cage on skates. Meyer. Kavanaugh in front, and he scores! He's just in the right place at the right time every single time down the field. And has a few.
And right here you're going to see the feed from Kavanaugh. The ball is now loose. He scoops it up, and he went through the legs. I mean, are you kidding me? It was, watch here. Backhanded through the legs, low to low, another.
Meyer. Kavanaugh. 8 points on the day for Kavanaugh. Jackaboys. Way too much time and room.
And what they're trying to accomplish this season. He is, I mean, he doesn't make mistakes either. Look at, I mean, he's going to draw the double. There it comes. The right easy adjacent pass to Jackaboys. Low to high, but it's
getting the nod now.
I think that's more just to protect Porter in the cage than it was this has anything to do with Porter on the defensive end.
Kavanaugh's got his defender hung up. In front. Easy goal. This time it's Lipka, the beneficiary of a
long period of time. He will find someone open. Right here, I mean, it's a tough scenario to be in a defense, but you can't let him, of all players, just sit there and just watch. I mean, again, the subtle things. You see,
he's got tested a few times, come out of there with it. Still no possession of the Irish, so man up. They'll have another opportunity to score. York behind to Kavanaugh, quickly to Westland. He scores. A 10-point game.
What Westland snaps an 0 for 10 streak and shooting for Notre Dame. But again, get the ball to X. Kavanaugh will get you the ball where you need to be, and Westland fading away. Puts it to the far post.
His work is most likely done for the day. A lot of work it was. Jacobboys. Dobson scores another from outside.
Eric Dobson, the freshman, changing it up. His patented lefty high, this time high to low to.
Rafis on Keelty. Skip pass. Dordovic. He scores. And that breaks a long drought for the Orange.
First that I've identified for Syracuse who can get any advantage in his one-on-one matchup there against the short stick. A nice split to the middle of the field.
And that's number 22 on the game for 22. Connor Morin is second of the year.
Connor Morin was a big-time recruit. Got some playing time early on. Nice second goal of the season. Just an individual effort. Hard plant to his right. Wraps it around the Syracuse defensive player. Defense even on the man down.
Hiltz. He'll shoot and score. Stat stuffer for Hiltz. One last face-off win for the Irish, and an impressive win for Coach Corrigan and company. Matt, as impressive a win as we've seen all year.
Oh, absolute domination for